Radhe Krishna. A very warm welcome to everyone gathered here today for the 5th Margazhi Vaibhavam celebrations of Vijayashri School of Harikatha. Over the course of the last 5 years, Vijayashri School of Harikatha has been elevating its offerings each year for the Margazhi Vaibhavam event. For the first 3 years, the students of the school showcased their talents via music, dance and debate, with Srimati Vishakahari's delightful Harikatha performances, of course, being the icing on the cake. Last year, the students of Vijayashri School brought out a book, Bharat 75, to coincide with the 75th year of India's independence as an addition to their regular programs. This year, in deference to a sankalpam of Bala Periyavas, Pujya Shri Shankara Vijayendra Saraswati Swamigal, Peethadipati of Kanchi Kamakoti Peetham, Srimati Vishakahari has brought out a book tracing the inclusivity of Carnatic music over the ages. A call to be an instrument of service for a larger societal cause from the Kanchi Kamakoti Matam is a true blessing for Srimati Vishakahari and the entire family of Vijayashri students, teachers and volunteers. We are truly grateful for this bhagyam and blessing. Vijayashri School embraces the following two maxims wholeheartedly. Knowledge is the best and most important wealth of all. And knowledge gives one humility. Humility gives character. From character, wealth is earned. From wealth, one gets righteousness. In righteousness, one feels well-being. Bringing out this book, Sangeeta Saujanya, exemplifies this philosophy of sharing the wealth of knowledge far and wide for the personal enrichment of many. Sangeeta Saujanya talks about how Sangeetam is not only an art but also has a loving heart. That is, though an art with strict rules, how it was and is accessible to all, accepts all and elevates all. It also captures the inseparable bhakti element in Carnatic music, a feature that is unique to all art forms in our culture. This stems from the fact that music is considered the very embodiment of the Supreme Brahman. This book chronicles the very purpose of the all-embracing nature of Carnatic music down the ages, to provide an easy and readily accessible margam to experience and unite with the divine. This evening, we have in our midst two embodiments of Shakti who have consented to release the book. Dr. Justice Anita Sumant, Honorable Judge of the Madras High Court. She has been practicing as a permanent judge of the Madras High Court since 2016. In the course of these 8 years, the Honorable Judge's judgments, delivered in accordance with dharmic principles, have contributed to reinforcing and upholding righteous conduct and values amongst society. Following in the footsteps of the legendary Manunidi Choran, this service to Bharat and Bharatiyas in today's times is priceless. Next, Professor Sudharani Raghupati, Padma Shri and Sangeet Natak Academy awardee. A doyen in the field of Bharatanatyam, she has dedicated her life to the art. Her contributions to making the art form available to students and connoisseurs across the globe deserve special mention. Her efforts have contributed in large part to our country being recognized today as a major cultural and soft power, artistic soft power. To receive the first copies of the book, we have with us some distinguished guests. Lalgudi Shri G.J.R. Krishnan, one of the foremost violinists in the world and a leading exponent of the Lalgudi Bani, comes from the direct lineage of Tyagaraja's Sishya Parampara. His efforts to promote and sustain a varied array of skills connected with his instrument of choice, the violin, by performing, composing music, teaching students, promoting the art worldwide, supporting the repair and restoration efforts of this nuanced instrument, and more, makes him another invaluable asset in our cultural pantheon. Another glittering gem in the art world of today is Shri Neveli Santanagopalan. Steeped Steeped in Bhakti Bhavam, this illustrious vocalist, who is also a Vainika and a percussionist, devotes time to support worthy causes through his performances, has conducted extensive research on the medicinal and curative effects of music, and provides dedicated tutelage to students across the globe. Welcome. Dr. Rajkumar Bharati, great-grandson of Mahakavi Subramanya Bharati, is a musician and composer of renown. His cross-cultural collaborations with musicians from around the world have made him a respected international art icon. He is much sought after for composing music for Bharatanatyam Margams on account of his creative explorations and improvisations that are particularly suitable for dance adaptations. Vidushi Srimati Bharati Thirumagan is a Villupattu artist, musician, and literary speaker, all rolled into one. Welcome. She has been using the ancient art of Villupattu that she learnt from her father to narrate stories from our scriptures as well as to create social awareness. Her efforts to sustain and propagate Villupattu and carry forward the art's legacy are commendable. We also invite SRGS Mohandas, Nadaswara Vidwan for Kapaleswara Temple. Welcome, sir. Violin maestro Sri R. Kumaresh has played an integral part in bringing out this book. He will be joining us on Sunday for our panel discussion and will be presenting the book then. We request our esteemed chief guests, Dr. Justice Anita Sumant, Honorable Judge of the Madras High Court, and Professor Sudharani Raghupati, Padma Shri and Sangeet Natak Academy awardee, to release the book Sangeeta Saujanya, authored by Kalai Mamani Srimati Vishakahari. We request the following dignitaries to receive the first copies of the book: Lalgudi Shri G.J.R. Krishnan, Shri Neyveli Santana Gopalan, Dr. Rajkumar Bharati, Srimati Bharati Thirumagan, Shri Vaidya Subramanyam, Dean of Shastra University, Shri SRGS Mohandas, Nadaswara Vidwan, Shri Vaidya Subramanyam, Dean of Shastra University, Nalli Kupu Swamiji. We request our chief guest, Dr. Justice Anita Sumant, Honorable Judge of the Madras High Court, to say a few words.
Srimati Vishakahari, Professor Sudharani Raghupati, most distinguished musicians on the dais, distinguished guests in the audience, ladies and gentlemen, namaskaram to all of you. The Master of Ceremony said, please say a few words, and I intend to do just that. Only a few words. I have no intention of standing between you and the speech of the musicians and the music that is to follow thereafter. I'm delighted to be here today, to be part of this program, to unveil this beautiful book, Sangeeta Saujanya. And the reasons for my delight are threefold. First is Vishaka and me go back a long way, and I'm very happy to reconnect with her via this occasion. The second is the spirit of the book itself, which I very, very fully endorse. And she has given a lot of instances. I had the benefit of a preview of the book before it was unveiled today. So I stole a march on all of you. But she's given a lot of instances, and I would highly commend that you go through those instances to understand the ethos of our music. But I just wanted to cite one incident that I don't think finds mention there, and which I think will set the stage for what I wanted to say next. This is an incident that was recounted by a very notable Sishya of Lalgudi Sri Jayaraman in an interview of hers. It also finds place in a recorded interview of Bombay Vijayashri's called Notes to Myself, of which I think Sri Rajkumar Bharati has also been part of that program. She says on one afternoon, Sunday afternoon, she goes to her guru's house for Pata class. And it is about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And she goes inside and she finds him sitting and watching TV. And you know what he was watching? He was watching what we call MTV, music television, which is essentially rock, Western music, pop music. And she was amazed because she says, I was a fan of Michael Jackson. I did not expect my guru to be watching Michael Jackson. And then he gestures, he says, Pukar. So she sits and they watch the music of Michael Jackson in rapt attention. And after the piece is over, our kannu moodirundha, he opens his eyes and he says, see, he becomes the music. He becomes the dance. And that is the destination for every musician. That's what he says. And I think that is the spirit in which one has to understand music. That will take me to the last segment of what I wanted to say. My piece is very short, as I said, and I will resume my seat after this. I wanted to just give you some quotation or some lyric that would encapsulate the spirit of what Sangeeta Saujanya is and what I wanted to convey. And believe me, I have some experience in Carnatic myself, Carnatic music, having been a student of it for many, many years. But when I thought of what I wanted to say, it took me back to Michael Jackson. And you will all know that the song that 46 vocalists sang for the famine, to raise funds for the famine in 1986, in 85, We Are the World. And the song starts this way. It was written by Lionel Richie and Michael Jackson. And it says, there comes a time when we heed a certain call and the world must come together as one. This encapsulates what we need to do. I don't want to say any more than this because to dilate on this would be unnecessary. Each one of us is a thinking individual, and we need to internalize what music means to us, and to realize that if at all there is a bridge between human beings, it is only music. And we have some giants on the stage also here with us who are to speak shortly. So I will leave it at that. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure and a privilege being part of this function. Namaskaram to all of you.
Thank you, ma'am, for those lovely words.
Vijayashri Margazhi Vaibhavam 2024. The program is brought to you by Cycle Pure Agarbatti, Prarthanayin Narmanam.